Get your classic Dune Imperium. Get your classic Dune Imperium. We got some players. All right, let's see what we end up with in the random leader selection. Okay, I've got Helena. All right, so in the game, we got Zen cruising on Paul Atreides, Friachi on Ariana, and Takob on Baron. And then I am Helena. And I am player 3. It's a skirmish for influence and spice. Seek allies in diplomacy. Luis, you missed it. That's too bad, man. That's too bad. All right, so once again, if you are in this game and you can hear me talking now, that means you have not yet muted your stream. So please do that. Please mute your stream alt tab so that it's a game of integrity, a game of trust. All right. I'm going to hit up wealth here first. Luis, you copied and pasted and said the password was wrong. Did you copy the whole line? Did you include like the password :space? The C was not capitalized, I don't think. Paul with the Hardy Warriors. Secure contract for Ariana. Ah, I wanted that Haga Basin. Okay. Well, I need to get second place to get 2 spice because I want 2 spice. Problem is Baron still has 2 spice, but yeah, all right. I need to hit Carthag here. I can't get 2 spice. That hurts. All right, we'll set... I do really like Guild Administrator in Classic. I'm going to take that. This is very disappointing. So I'll put in 1 to get 1 spice. My plans kind of fell apart there. So my plan is to take this plus a liaison, I guess. This is a great card for me as well, since I'm not blocked on cities or Landsrad. But yeah, my hope was to be able to get wealth and Haga Basin, or at least 2 spice here, so that I could sell Melange, get 6, plus the 2 here is 8. Didn't come to fruition for me. So yeah, the opening moves in Classic are very different from Rise of Ix. Because there's no shipping track and you have secure contract and sell Melange, it changes things quite a lot. Or rather, I should say Rise of Ix changes things quite a lot. 6 for Baron. Does he take Gurney or Worm Riders? I'm guessing he's going to take Gurney, but we don't know. He takes the Worm Riders. Okay. Jessica appears. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be that plus the liaison. Now, I like the Spice Hunter as well here. Faction on cards is more important in Classic because you have no other way of getting it, basically. There's no shipping track to give you influence, but especially because of these 2 guys being here, these 2 fellows, these 2 friends, I would like to get some persuasion into the deck. I don't know. I might even get really crazy and go secure contract high council seat. It's pretty crazy, but I have 2 convincing arguments. That would only be 6 persuasion though. It'd be, whoa! Look at this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Yeah, so I got 1 little spice, which is a big difference from 2 because 2 gets you 6 Solari up here. Baron has also, by the way, enough spice for a Cell Melange Swordmaster, so I expect that's going to happen. By the way, notice that Baron is maybe not... I mean, he did Hardy Warriors that, right? Did he? Why does he have no water? No, he didn't Hardy Warriors. So... in Classic, the Master Stroke is something you can afford to wait with. There's no real hurry because there's no shipping to unlock. Yeah. It's either that or I pick up Spice for a Cell Melange later, but let's do this. Let's do this, man. Let's get crazy again. With this stuff here, come on. The best cards in base game, well, there's no guild... Chome Directorship also has to be included if you're thinking about the best cards, I think. That card is Mondo, and especially in Classic, again, faction influence is more scarce without Rise of Ix. It's much more precious. So getting 4 of it off the directorship is just like crazy. I mean, it's also crazy in Rise of Ix too. Also too. But yeah, I would, you'd have to include that. But certainly some, if not most of the best cards are sitting here. Even power play. I mean, look, we could go on and on. You can watch my video if you haven't seen it, where I rank all the Imperium cards in the base game from my favorites at each cost level. I go through the 1 cost cards. I talk about each one, why I like it or don't like it, what situations I like them and don't like them. The 2 costs, the 3 costs, all the way up to 8. So if you haven't seen that, that is on the channel. I recommend that video. And you can hear my thoughts there. All right, let's grab High Council seat. Sadly, we can't get Jessica, but we'll take Gurney if we can. Might not be able to. Lots of cards over here. Snoober asks, are there games where it's right to not take Swordmaster? Like maybe if you have more strong reveal effects and less play effects? Yeah, there are games where, I mean, my last game that I just played, I didn't take Swordmaster on Ilbon. Now, was it right? I'm not sure. But I've done it myself a couple of times where I've won games without Swordmaster. I've certainly seen it done. It's not that uncommon. Most of the time, getting Swordmaster is something you want to do, but there are times where, as you say, it maybe is just set up where it's not that great for you, or you just can't get it for so long that it's not worth, you know, bending yourself out of shape to get it by like round 6 or 7. All right, Gurney Halleck is a great friend of Helena's, one of Helena's absolute best friends, because he is not blocked on cities. One of the One of the downsides of Gurney normally is, of course, he can only be played to city spaces. And sometimes there's only 2 cities you can get to because Research Station costs a lot of water. Siege Tabard you may not have unlocked. And so, you know, sometimes you're pressured to play Gurney early just to make him happen. Was that an opulence? Oh boy. But with Helena, you can wait. You can wait till later to play him, which is also great for the surprise value. You get to see what everyone else has committed. So really, really strong card in general, but particularly on Helena. Here's a Machinations, and here is Gurney, and here's Guild Administrator. We're starting off. Are we? Baron's going to get Swordmaster here. There is an argument to pick up Spice and sell Melange, so I'm ready for Swordmaster next round, because I do want it. I hate not playing the Guild Administrator to full space, though I hate it with everything I have. But... And then I don't play Gurney in that scenario. I can't deal with all that, man. Can't deal with it. All right, we do this. We do this. And I think I just trashed the dagger out of hand. I'm going to do it. Hold on. Am I insane? No, because I'm going to draw a card with Gurney. And maybe I'll go to Arakeen with him and draw 2, get myself either Kwisatz Haderach or Jessica. So yeah, trashing the dagger makes sense, I think. So here the goal is win the conflict, get an amazing card. That's the goal. Paul goes to Arakeen, that's fine. We can still go to Arakeen because we have eyes everywhere. Just everywhere. I played some interesting games this weekend, some games I hadn't played before. Let me know if you have played them. A game called Far Away and a game called Harmonies. 2 nice little games. Far Away is a very cool kind of card drafting game where you kind of try to set up scoring combos. Very easy to play, very easy to learn and explain the rules, and quick to play as well. Very, very cool. Basically, every turn you put a card down, and everyone's going to have 8 cards laid out by the end of the game. So there's 8 rounds. Each round, somebody puts a card down, and each card has a scoring condition where you might need to have 2 of these symbols on the card's neck after that card. And you kind of have to set them up in order so that anyway, I'm not going to keep going. It's a fun game. Check it out if that sounds interesting to you. Baron goes to Carthag with Worm Riders, picks up some spice. The other game I played is Harmonies, which is kind of like a game where each player has their own little grid of hexes, and you're drafting little wooden tokens to represent habitats. Let me go ahead and play my move here. Okay, that didn't work out. That didn't work out. Yeah, that dagger killed us, man. Killed us. That's sad. And so in this game, you draft these little like cubes, and it's like nice little wooden, not cubes, little wooden discs, and you put water here and you put mountains there, and then you draft little like animals that can go in those spaces. It sounds like Ark Nova, but it's really not. Anyway, just a couple games I played this weekend that I enjoyed. Oh man, that really, really hurts. We got the convincing argument too. Well, you can't always get what you want. Paul has 5 cards in hand. I think Paul is probably going to be picking that Jessica up. Question for me is, do I take Cheney or... I think I do. I could also take Bene Gesserit's sister. and a liaison, or Bene Gesserit sister and Spice Hunter just to get some influence going. Okay, this feels like I'm going to lose this conflict now. No alliance, no spice for that. Charisma. All right, what does Baron take? How much did he reveal for? 5, 7. There goes Jessica. All right. Ugh. So, may end up regretting that High Council seat because that was a big reason we took it. Oh, Thufir! Thufir! That's what I want! Alright, we're taking Thufir for sure. Thank you, Mr. Thufir Hawat, for appearing to lift my spirits when I needed a boost. Now, Ariana, does she have swords and or an intrigue card? Oh, Kwisatz Haderach for Paul. Destiny is calling for Paul Atreides. Test of Humanity. He's supposed to have the Test of Humanity before he can become the Kwisatz Haderach. This doesn't make any sense. Somebody please take a screenshot. Email Direwolf. This is bugged. You can't be Kwisatz Haderach without first having a Test of Humanity. That's just the way it is. Oh, shifting allegiances. Yeah, okay, well. That hurts. Couple of painful things this game. This round. Alright, well, it's water and Solari. Things that we don't mind having. But, ugh. I mean, look, I wouldn't have gotten the Jessica anyway. Or the Kwisatz Haderach anyway. They both got taken before I was ready to... Or no. No, that's not right. I revealed before at least Paul, right? Alright, still sitting on a big 1 victory point. Here's a Siege of Arrakeen. A lot of spice sitting here. Ariana, though, sitting on 2 water. That's a huge target for Ariana. I think she's probably going to take it. There's also, I mean, look at all the spice. Ridiculous. Redonkulous, even, if I may. Yeah, okay. There's the Swordmaster for Baron. I think I pick up this spice sitting here. The research station is tempting. Draw me into some fun stuff, but it's not that crazy. I think I want to pick up some spice here while I can. And setting aside, I mean, I guess I could take Cheney and then I could still research station if I really wanted to, but that's kind of weird. I think the shifting allegiances make sense. Throw in 1. Maybe we get some Solari out of there. We could certainly use some. I mean, we have Spice, so Spice could be a Selma Lange. But I want to play the Diplomacy. And it might even be a Diplomacy to fold space, potentially. Could be a Selective Breeding. That would actually not be terrible. In the sense that it lets me get that dagger out of my discard pile now before I draw into it. On the other hand, I potentially draw some cards I don't want to draw just yet. And I don't think it's that great because I don't really want Spice Must Flow right now, given that I want to pick up this Shifting Allegiances. I think that's... Yeah, so maybe we'll hold off on the Selective Breeding plan. It might just be Fold Space just to get more faction cards into the deck so that I can get my remaining points before the game is over. And, you know, it's not a bad thing to hang on to Spice leading up to round 7, especially in Classic. Ariana, though, does have 6 Spice right now. Does she want to sell Melange? That's the other thing that I can do, but I'm not going to do right now because I'm going to play the Diplomacy somewhere. It's just a matter of where. Okay, she does sell Melange. Interesting, though. Hardly sells Annie. Not even enough to get Swordmaster. That's a little weird. Secure contract for Baron, setting up for High Council seat, perhaps. And if I pick up wealth here and get to 4, well, I'm not going to get second, though. I'm going to do this. Get some more faction boosts into that deck of mine. Baron still has an agent, no water, but could hit Carthag and win this conflict, to be honest. It's pretty weak there. Pretty weak when Baron's ready to rock a Carthag. Okay, so my pick is, yeah, Shifting Allegiances plus Cheney is what I'm looking to grab here. What does Baron take? I guess he's probably going to take the Cheney, in which case, all right, I guess it's 2 Shifting Allegiances for me. Oh, Stilgar. Okay, it's Stilgar and Shifting Allegiances. Let's do that. We'll take Stilgar first, just to see. Oh, I love space travel in Classic, although it's a little bit late for it to be a big deal. I mean, having both Shifting Allegiances is really good, but I'm happy to get the Stilgar in there. All right, so I got 2 Solari. All right. What do I want to do here? Well, there's a bunch of ways I can get myself Swordmaster. I could shift all over the place here. Fold space to... no. Shift Allegiances to secure contract. I could drop here, jump up here, get that alliance. That gets me a total of 6 Solari, brings me to 10. Fold space then to Swordmaster, although Paul's going to be getting Swordmaster anyway. Still might not be a bad idea, though. Baron hits Hardy Warriors. Is this the Master Stroke? Yeah, we don't know where his Master Stroke is yet. That's what I love about Baron in Classic, is the mystery of the Master Stroke. I feel like that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, Freeman and Emperor. Okay. Nice play there from Takob. And yeah, what do I want to do? Because I'm pretty sure Paul's getting Swordmaster here. I could selective breeding and just trash the fold space itself just to draw a couple more cards. But, second water also wouldn't be a terrible thing to have ready to go. Okay, I'm going to do that. We draw a Dune. All right. So, yeah, shifting allegiances is going to go somewhere for sure. I don't mind not playing the fold space because that can be played at a later date. Paul does get Swordmaster. However, I mean, I am at Spice Must Flow, so maybe it makes more sense actually not to use it. Just play the fold space and get Spice Must Flow. I think that makes more sense. Baron does get the High Council seat, gets himself an Intrigue card. All right, I guess I'll go to Wealth here. Stilgar. Okay, not the best time for Stilgar because I've got nothing in the conflict. I didn't actually need his Persuasion, but that's what happens when you draw cards at the end of your round. So I still don't know if I'm even going to be getting a Swordmaster this game. Probably still will. But we'll see. So, I've got the most spice currently. Round 6 is next, then it's round 7. I'd like to try to have 6 spice for round 7. I've got quite a few cards that can get me to Helena, but it's going to depend on when they show up. I do have 2 water, so I'm ready to research station when that becomes necessary to try to, you know, line things up properly. But it looks like Baron's probably going to win this conflict. We'll see what Paul has to say about it. Okay, he's going for something. 6 revealed for Ariana. Probably these 2 cards, I would think. Maybe these 2 cards. Jessica to selective breeding. Oh, what a powerful move that is. Just drawing all... What did Ariana get? Hold on, what? Did Ariana not actually buy any cards? That seems wild. There's good cards there. That's a strange one. Do I take a Spice Hunter here? I think I do. I think I just want as many options. Ooh, Firm Grip. For faction influences I can get, because the more I get, the easier it is to move them around with the shifting allegiances. But, you know, it's iffy because it's only 1 persuasion, and, you know, Arrakis Liaison could have been a more, you know, like a wiser buy there, but I did it how I did it, which is kind of a truism. 3, 5, 4, 4 is the score. 3 for Paul, 5 for Ariana, 4 for Baron, 4 for me on Helena. Zen cruising challenging Baron potentially for this conflict. Does have 3 intrigue cards. Not sure what he has for swords. Let's see what Baron has. Revealing for 6 with 2 intrigue cards in hand. Pretty good chance. Oh, there's the Worm Riders. Yeah, okay. Baron is not going to be... I couldn't remember where the Worm Riders was. But it's Baron's. So that's going to be a victory. And gets the Shifting Allegiances. And gets the Firm Grip. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Five is an awkward number for Paul here. I think this probably makes sense. Especially when you have 2 spice on you. You know, it's a mini Heyliner, essentially. Okay, takes the space travel. Does need guild influence. Ariana's favorite card, Carry All, pops up. But it's a bit late. I'm nowhere near an alliance yet for this, so that is something that I should try to get done. Takob wins, so that's going to be 5 for Baron, plus the opportunity to trash a card. I believe he trashed a dagger just now. All right. Okay. Thufir and Guild Administrator. The question is, do I want Swordmaster or do I skip it? Well, I mean, I can send Thufir to Wealth and then get Swordmaster. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, that also gets me a Diplomacy. Thing is, Ariana's going to get Swordmaster, right? I didn't even look. She's probably going to get it. Oh, well, if she does, whatever. I've got other things to do. It's fine. I don't mind sending Thufir there either way. There it is. Okay, so in that case... Is it just Guild Administrator to fold space? I mean, never mind. I can still get Swordmaster. I'm Helena. I'm not blocked. Never mind. Something I do sometimes forget with Helena. I never forget that I'm not... Well, I shouldn't say never, but I usually don't forget about not being blocked on cities. But for whatever reason, I do more often forget that I'm not blocked on, like, these spots. I don't know what it is. All right, it's fairly late, but I'm gonna do it. Hey, Alero, I think you might be a bit behind the stream, Alero. It might be like delayed by like a minute or something. There's also this huge stack of spice here. And it's round 7 next, and I'm first player. But I don't necessarily have a way to get to Heyliner. I have 3 cards that'll be reshuffled to get me there. And I'll only be drawing 2 of them out of the stack. So that's... that hurts. And fold space is blocked, though. Okay, so maybe I just do it. It's either that or I mean, do I just Hardy Warriors this? It's pretty weak. Pretty weak. But where else can Ariana go to deploy? Just here to get in 2, which I probably lose to. The still suits is not bad, but I think maybe I'm going to gamble it on the Helena. I'm going to gamble it. Let's get all that spice. Let's trash a dagger out of here. And we'll hope that we draw these 3 and then one of Diplomacy, Guild Administrator, or Thufir Hawat. We'll hope. Potentially, even if we don't, we might still have a chance. I mean, Paul has 6 spice ready to go for Helena next round, but I've got Gurney Halleck, which is good for troop generation. If I can get myself an alliance, I guess if I have a card to get myself an alliance, then that means I can get to Helena, so. Well, not necessarily. Shifting allegiances could get me that alliance as well as extra troops, which then unlocks the Armada. I've got a couple of ways maybe I can win the round 7 conflict. Hey, Scimitar. Yeah, you were just about to say on the Helena thing. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a delay for some reason. Perhaps on the stream. Or perhaps for you watching the stream. Okay, Paul goes to selective breeding. Trash's assassination mission. So that means he's not going to have 6 spice ready to go. That gives me a chance to potentially draw into it if I do miss, although I don't have water for a research station, so it'd have to just be an Arakeen. Yeah, wow, what a win for Baron. All right, so reveal for 6. We'll definitely take the Reverend Mother. And there's Peter De Vries. Now, taking the Reverend Mother does reduce my chances of getting to Helena, but I think it's worth doing. Quizaz Haderach. Okay. Okay, not so fast, Mr. Harkonnen. Not so fast. Paul Atreides is here. And he's going to take this conflict from you. Oh, and an urgent mission. Okay. Still not done. You didn't necessarily have to use the urgent mission then, but it really makes no difference either way. All right. Peter De Vries goes to Paul Atreides. Worm Riders shows up. Looks like Paul's going to win it with 1 troop. I mean, there's still intrigue cards, though, so this isn't over. No. Okay, Baron has no intrigue cards. No combat intrigues out of 3, or at least if he does, they require spice. That is good info. And it's a grand vision, and I do not get Hayliner. Okay. That kind of hurts. I can send Gurney to Arakeen and draw 2, which is my best chance of hitting it. I guess I probably should. I kind of want Stilgar to go here, though. That also opens up Research Station, actually. Nobody else has water. Let's do that.
I mean, there's a chance I...
Okay. Ariana now at 6 points. So the points are very even. Paul 5, Ariana 6, Baron 6, and me at 5 on Helena. Very even points. Paul, the only one with a decent garrison. Why? Because he went to Hardy Warriors. Not Hardy Warriors. Rally Troops. So it's going to be Gurney Halleck to Research Station for me. That gives me a chance to put in troops. It's going to draw me 4 cards, which should do something interesting. Let's go ahead and hit it. Let's see what we get. Give me a card. Okay, give me a card. Okay, give me a card. Give me a card. Okay. How likely... I'm going to put in 2 here and just see what happens. I'm not sure it's that important or that wise to do that. Okay, shifting allegiances is, I think, what I want to be doing. So I could drop somewhere and go up. I could just go down here and up here and get the Emperor Alliance that way. That also gets me troops I can deploy. And I don't have to lose anything anywhere else. That might be a decent idea. That also opens up the Allied Armada. Discard a card or lose a deployed troop. I don't have anything. I don't want to discard, right? Because if I play the Shifting Allegiance, that drops me to 9. But if I lose a deployed troop, then maybe I'm not winning this anyway, to be honest. Maybe I just lose a deployed troop. Yeah, Paul's got another agent. I can't win this conflict regardless, so we'll just lose a deployed troop here. So that's fine. Still got 1 in there. Oh wait, Paul didn't... okay. For some reason I thought Paul was the one who played it. I wasn't really paying attention there. Anyway, I still think even if I had left that in, Paul still could beat me anyway. Very likely at any rate. All right, now shifting allegiances, the only place it can go, I guess, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I mean, whatever, but the only way I can use this is actually if I go up here to Hall of Oratory. And it does give me the Alliance, so maybe I can still win it now that I think about it. I think I talked myself in a huge circle that round. I mean, that's the only place I can go with it. And I think I do want to do that. Alternatively, you know, I could do something else. But I think that still makes the most sense. All right. We will do it that way. And yeah, I could have discarded a card. If that was what I was going to do, I could have discarded a card. But I think I had it in my head for a bit that I was going to send the shifting allegiances to like one of these spots and actually deploy troops. And that's why I thought I had to lose a troop. We'll see if it ends up mattering. And if I want to play this, or if I wait and perhaps use this next round. Hopefully I at least get the spice, because I do have Helena access cards coming up. Oh, I'm going to get spice out of Reverend Mother regardless. Right. That's one of the really nice things about her. 2 spice and 2 persuasion on reveal is just, ooh, so tasty. So, yeah. Okay, Paul puts in 1. I mean, maybe we baited him with that. +7, that gets me to 9 strength. Helena this round was an option, Fresh Felito. I don't know why my brain forgot about it, because that was what I was kind of hoping to do this whole time, and then I think it's just because I drew the diplomacy late. I just kind of forgot that was a thing. Baron coming for me on the Emperor track. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I could have Halelina'd right now. Yeah, I talked myself in so many circles that round, which honestly, it does happen. All right, well, spice must flow, and then we'll see if the Allied Armada ends up happening here, but I don't feel great about it. Let's see what Paul has. Okay, 0 swords, so maybe. Baron has 1 more agent, though, as well. No water, but he can go... He can't get any more troops in. I think I try it, because I feel like Baron didn't have combat intrigues. But he may have the one that costs spice, because he had no spice when he didn't play combat when he played no combat intrigues last time. Okay, well, here's what's cool. Well, yeah, let's see what he does with his other agent, I guess. If he even uses it, or does he just early reveal? Well, he has 1 card in hand, so... The only reason... Okay. You son of a... Okay, I really need to win this to take that back. So, we'll... What sucks is I'm the first player, so I have to use my intrigue card first. I can't wait to see if Baron has one to... Okay, well, he's double crossing. That was a weird sequence of animations, I feel. Okay. Wow. Wow! And he gets himself another intrigue card right now, so it's more dangerous. But I think I have to try it. I'm gonna try it. And a oh, he's gonna lock it up. Is he? Wow. What the hell? What the hell? Jesus. And now I don't have an alliance. Oh yeah, I can't even use this because I don't have an alliance. Good God. What an absolute demolishment that Takob just did to me. Oh, what a wreckaging. Yeah, he went from here to here, and he still hasn't even won this yet. All right, well, this was never going to work anyway, it turns out, but Jesus. Okay. All right, so Paul looks like he's going to win this. And I'm going to get nothing, which, you know, fair enough. I only put in one troop, but still, I was hoping to get something. What does Paul do with that? Probably... I mean, it's 1 point somewhere. Probably this one makes the most sense, and then you hope to just get one bump here somehow. Hey, Arbabayas, or I don't know how to say that. I think that's Cyrillic. Who's my favorite leader? Yours is Paul. I like Paul as well. Classically, Memnon is the one closest to my heart. I like Memnon a lot, but I love all the leaders. And it just depends on my mood. He goes here. Okay, he's going to challenge Baron for the Bene Gesserit alliance, I guess. I mean, he does have Kwisatz Haderach. Okay, battle for Carthag. I'm the only one with enough spice for Helena, and it's coming up, so that's good news for me. I've got some troops in the garrison. There's Thufir. Dispatch an envoy to secrets. Yep. Okay. Favorite subject for another point up here. Not bad at all. Doesn't have to do it right now, but decides to do it. Yeah, the Spice Hunter, probably not super relevant here. Might end up regretting that buy. It could have been a liaison instead. Yeah. So you're going to have a hard time getting him there, Paul. $7,886 is the score. I'm going to be, you know, trying to win this conflict. I would give myself a pretty good chance of winning it. A lot of stuff was burned on the last one. And then, you know, spice must flow. Probably I get to 9 this round. Yeah, okay, so the administrator, as you point out, Fresh Felito, the administrator can get me the alliance with the guild if Ariana doesn't go there. Ariana has some motivation to get that point, right? But if she doesn't do it, I can go there, get myself that alliance point, which is in a way perhaps more relevant even than the Allied Armada, but it certainly helps. Okay, Arana goes to Mentat, so I can make that play. That's really nice. And then after that, it might just be an early reveal. We'll see. Because I've got a Spice Must Flow on top of the deck, so there's no persuasion in there. Trash. I guess I can trash the Spice Must Flow. I don't have a corner of the market. I'm probably not going to get a corner of the market, but does anybody else? Could anybody else be working on a corner of the market? I'm going to go ahead and trash it. Because I think I'll be buying another one this round anyway, I hope. Thing is, yeah, if I pick up Spice now, then I can't get Spice Must Flow this round. I don't like what Paul is doing here. Why is he doing this? Okay, Paul probably has Kwisatz Haderach. Well, could have it. Hazel, no Ix. No, there's no Ix. We're playing a classic game. We already played 2 games with Rise of Ix. Now we're playing a game of classic. Classique. Hey, Young Sonar, thank you for the sub. And I'm going to say Arbabaya, thank you for the sub. Again, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing your name and I apologize for that. Baron hits Wealth, locks up that alliance again. Man, oh man, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this. What could Paul could have? Let's say he has Kwisatz Haderach. He goes to Hardy Warriors, puts in a couple more. Baron has 6 cards in hand. Very good chance he buys Spice Must Flow here, so this is the final round. Yeah. So I think I just have to reveal and hope. I mean, the Allied Armada can definitely help me out here. All right. Take a Spice Must Flow. And let's see what happens. Let's see how things play out. Paul reveals for no swords and only 7 persuasion. So, okay, he's going to have some pretty good intrigue cards to take this conflict from me. Hey, Helden Klage, or Helden Klage says, hey, Bludgeon, love your vibe and content. Thank you very much. It has really helped me to understand and enjoy the game more. Greetings from Chile. Oh, greetings to you. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you've enjoyed what I've been doing here. Happy to hear it. Happy you could make it to the stream. Happy you're enjoying the game. It's such a good game. Such a good game. I'll have that sad trombone ready for you, Takobe. Takobe. I don't know. 6. Oh yeah, I was gonna say 6 intrigue cards. It's weird when you go back and forth. The UI is a little confusing between Rise of Ix and Classic, right? Because usually in Ix you're looking at kind of the second from the right to see intrigue cards because you got Tex over here. So you got to kind of readjust. Baron has 1 intrigue card. There's a Spice Must Flow, a bunch of swords that don't do anything. Baron gets to 10. Sounds like he doesn't have an end game. I mean, he could theoretically have cornered the market, but nope. He just burned it. So we know he doesn't. Okay, there's a Spice Must Flow for Ariana, her first one. So corner of the market wouldn't do it for her. Sleeper must awaken though. Okay, that's it. Oh, but she has to pay spice for it. So it's going to cost her the tiebreaker. Staged incident from Paul. That's why he was doing that. Okay, I guess whatever, right? Doesn't make any difference at this point. 2 players already at 10, but another one about to join their ranks. I don't need to play the Allied Armada, so I won't. And looks like victory. It smells like victory to me. All right. And we'll have this. Oh, there's the corner of the market on Paul, but no spice must flows. All right, we'll give the sad trombone to Takobe there because he did ask for it. The spiced. Whoa! I actually won on the Solari tiebreaker. I haven't seen the Solari tiebreaker in a little while there. Oh yeah, because Ariana must have gotten spice out of the conflict. That's what happened. Oh man, if I had been forced to use the Allied Armada, I would have lost. Wow. Wow. Solari tiebreaker. Very fun. All right, let's give a round of applause to me for winning the game, and also to everyone for participating. Good game, Friachi. Good game, Takob. Good game, Zen Cruisin'. Thank you very much for joining that game and playing. I appreciate that. Good old classic game. Nice to get some classic in there. Thanks so much for being here. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Follow on Twitch if you have not. Twitch.tv/bludgeon. And of course, subs and memberships and all those things are greatly appreciated. Also, you can join the Discord if you haven't done that. There's more and more people getting in there, more and more active conversations, people talking about their games. So that's a fun time. You can find the link in the description of the video. Thank you very much for tuning in. I always really appreciate it, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.